Hey guys, it's me again. I've been kind of slacking on the videos lately. I'm sorry about that. I've got another little idea here. I wanted to maybe give it a try. I want to test my Trangia stove, or as Ulrika says, Trangia, against a monster can stove that I made. Let me get up here and close and show you this. I cut this bottom piece and I measured from here to here, and I cut this extra piece inside and I sealed it in with JB Weld. Inside here you can see I sealed it with JB Weld, and actually sealed the, let me see if I can get it just right there, sealed the seam there going down, so the gas pressure could build in between this inner wall and this outer wall. And somewhere in there, yeah, down there you can see, and over there I've got a couple of little cuts, so the alcohol can actually go in between the two walls. So we're going to do a test between this stove, which weighs, I mean maybe a couple ounces. I mean, it's probably going to need repaired because I can hear JB Weld rattling around in there. It's probably going to need repairs over time or something, as compared to my Trangia stove. This, yeah, for sure, if I'm going, shit hits the fan and I gotta get out of here, I'm taking this over this in a heartbeat. But if I'm going just backpacking up in the mountains, I mean, I'm not sure what this weighs. I'm sure it's probably, oh gosh, it's probably going to be close to, at least close to half a pound. It's got to be at least 5-6 ounces because it's solid brass, except for the little vent lid there. That's the only thing that's steel on it. But yeah, you got to be at least pushing 5 or 6 ounces, as compared to probably not even 2 ounces for this can. We're gonna do a burn test. We're gonna use my little stove windshield thing. I'm going to put it on this board here because I don't want to set the carpet on fire. We're going to do a burn test. I've already pre-filled my canteen the first time with 16 ounces of water. It's the Dave Canterbury canteen. And I know you're not going to be able to see the graduations in there for sure. Maybe you can. Can you see that? 16 ounces? Maybe there. Whoops, that went out of focus. It's because it's getting the other part. Let's try it up there. Well, anyway. It's 16 ounces of water. We're going to do a burn test. So I know this stove is partially filled. I've got some alcohol right here. And I'm not even going to wait for the stove to blossom, nothing. I'm gonna fire the stove up, put the cup on top, and see what happens. So we'll probably cut you off while we're waiting, but we will definitely let you know the results. Alright, we've got the Trangia stove filled up. Get my little star ready here. Fire up the stove. Put the little star piece in. Whoops. Get in there. the canteen on top. Guess I should have started the timer first, but let me go to my apps on my phone. Clock. Stopwatch. Start. Okay, so I'm a couple seconds off, but yeah, we can live with that. Not more than 10-15 seconds. So we will we'll get back with you when this water starts boiling, and let you know how it turns out on the next round. We'll set the next round up. We keep it like right over top, centered over top, so we can try to make this as fair as possible, and we'll let you know how the results turn out. It's been almost 2 minutes, and the Trangia stove just now, when I turned the camera on, it wasn't into full bloom yet. It was like a minute and 40 seconds when I tried turning the camera on, and it wasn't lit yet. And then the time it took the camera to turn on, it popped into full bloom. So it just started. We're at 2 minutes and 17 seconds. So it just popped into full bloom. So we'll see how long it takes it to yeah, let me see if I can zoom in there. You might be able to see here. This canteen cup's kind of burnt up. There you go. You can see it there, 16 ounces. So I'm just a tad hair on under. We'll have to make sure we do the next one the next way. Or who knows, maybe the can's leaning back this way a little bit, but close enough to 16 ounces for my taste. So we're gonna let the can burn. We're up on 3 minutes, and we'll see how the Trangia stove works out, and then we will try my my Monster can. My Monster yeah, Monster slash what's the name? What's the name of the stuff? JB Weld. Yeah, there we go. And see, I don't choreograph or anything like that on my videos. I'm giving you real time, real stuff. And if I mess up on talking on a video, then I mess up on talking on a video. I don't make a second take. I give you guys the real stuff. So that's my Monster Can JB Weld stove, and that one little hole right there didn't want to burn before. See how the other ones, the paint's all burned off. That one didn't burn, so I kind of poked it out a little bit tonight with my my blanket pen in my pocket. So we'll see if it'll burn this time. But yeah, that one little hole, it didn't burn before, so I think JB Weld got in there and plugged it off. That's probably what was rattling around inside. It don't rattle now. So, oh wow, we're going up on 5 minutes. We're getting close. That's starting to bubble in there a little bit in the bottom. You can see the flames popping up on the back side here. Maybe we can slide it over to maximize it a little bit. Got flames coming up here. Gonna heat the handle up so I can burn my fingers again. It's burning pretty good. And we're going up on just over 5 minutes. Alright. I think probably starting to get them little lines in there. Get the bubbles, but you get the little lines. The little lines are starting to show up. That means it's getting close. Not too close. Wow, look at that. Apparently I didn't wash my canteen cup since the last time I used it. Because I see a ramen noodle floating in there. Oh, and you see two. They're mating or something. That's pretty funny. I just dug it out the backpack, so yeah. Just dug it out the backpack, and man, that's pretty cool. Them ramen noodles are kind of like dancing together. We're getting pretty close to boiling though, so we're up over 6 minutes. So 6.5. I think it's going to be a pretty close call because I know that little Monster can stove, that little Monster can JB Weld stove, whatever, that thing works pretty good. So I think this is going to be a pretty good call because, I mean, we're creeping up on 7 minutes. And I know that little thing right there, I know that little thing puts out a good little flame. So I think it's going to be a good close call. We got to go to a full boil here. We got to go to a full boil and see what we got, and then go to the time. I mean, I know this is getting close. It's getting real close. It's starting to boil off the sides. Alright, there you go. Full boil. 7.5 minutes. It's a full boil right there. 7.5 minutes. So we're gonna pour this out, cool the can off, or cool the canteen cup off, and we're gonna redo it again with the other stove. Okay, I just refilled the canteen cup. We're gonna try the other stove. We gotta move this triangle out. Oh yeah, that's still a little warm. Let's set that over there on my my notebook out the way. It's still quite a little warm. We got to bring this stove in here. We gotta put some alcohol in here. Fill this thing up so we can give this one a try. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I rinsed out the canteen cup, filled it back to. Yeah, we'll try that here in a minute. Filled it back to 16 ounces. Let's give this a light. Throw this over top. Get on my phone and start the timer. Okay, start. So we're gonna see what happens. This is the homemade stove versus a Trangia stove. Timer started. We're at 17, 18, 20 seconds. Look at that. 20 seconds. The Trangia stove took 2 minutes to bloom. 20 seconds. This stove has already bloomed. It has bloomed greatly. It's boiling out the sides. Big flame. Big flame. I gotta move the handle back because I'm gonna set my handle on fire and burn my fingers off when I touch it. Got big flame out the back side. This thing's kicking. Kicking, kicking, kicking. And I put about the same amount of alcohol in each one. They say the Trangia took 7.5 minutes. 7.5 minutes to boil. 2 minutes to blossom. We're going on 1 minute and 15 seconds. And this thing's already got flames shooting up higher than my cup. Huh. Wonder what stove I should be carrying. You think you can help me figure that out? I think I probably can figure that out. Yeah, I think I probably can figure that out, what stove I should be carrying. But we'll see. We'll see how long it takes to boil these 16 ounces of water. I'm looking for the hole that wasn't burning before. I can't see it right now. Not without spilling something. But we're going up on 2 minutes, and this is just when the Trangia finally blossomed. This stove blossomed in what'd I say, 15-20 seconds? And it seems to be going through like cycles where it like goes really hard and then cools down and goes really hard again, but we've got to watch this stove compared to the Trangia. We're starting to get bubbles in there, which means it's starting to get hot, and we're only at 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So I think this thing's gonna blow the Trangia away. I think it is. I mean, that's cooled off enough. I can bring it over here. I mean, even though they're the same design, and you can see that's still got a lot of fuel on it. But even though the same design, I just think the aluminum heats up faster and burns that alcohol more efficiently, or maybe even more rapidly. But dude, if I can cook my meal in 5 minutes instead of 8, I think I might be happy with that. Because if you look in that pan, if you look in that cup, that water's getting really close to being ready to boil, and I don't have it quite over. I can move it up a little bit. It's just making the handle hot, because that thing is just screaming. It is screaming. I mean, look at those flames. Look at the flames coming out of that monster can. Ooh, too close. I mean, that thing is screaming hot. Works great. So, I mean, you don't make your choice. What do you want to carry? For me, I think from now on, short hike, I'm carrying the monster can stove. The Trangia is gonna get dried out, cleaned up, and packed away in my bug out bag. Because look at that. Huh, we're boiling. And we're at 4.5 minutes. 4.5 minutes. I just saved 3 minutes. We're boiling. That is a rolling boil. So let me turn the camera off, and we're gonna put this out here and try to get this video online. Hey everybody, I made a video about my Trangia stove and my my monster can stove, and I was digging through my camping stuff and stuff tonight, and looking for my K-bar, and I ran across this stove that I found out of the dumpster. Somebody at the apartments where I live threw it away. I punched some holes in the. It's got like a little snuffer cover to snuff it out. It's like for like a hot pot or something. And they had little skewers and little spoons and stuff that were in there with it. And I saved it and punched a little hole in the handle here with a hole punch at work, and used a carabiner to lock that little snuff around there so I don't lose it. But this one's, you can see there, it's got like an adjustment. But I figured since we did the Trangia, and since we did the monster can stove, I figured I need to get me another 16-ounce cup of water. Can't see that in there really right now. And give this stove a try. So we had 7 minutes on the Trangia, and or 7.5, and 4.5 minutes on the monster can. So we're gonna see how fast this will boil 16 ounces of water. So give her a light, put this on, put that on there, and start the timer. Okay, I'm 10 or 15 seconds off, but that's okay. So kind of center this over there a little more to make this a little more fair, just like I did with the other ones. So yeah, we'll see how fast this boils the water. Let me see if I can get you in here. Yeah, just under 16 ounces, same as the other ones. They were just a hair under. So we're at half a minute, and it's flaming up pretty good. This one doesn't actually flour out of those little holes. Those little holes actually work as an air input. It boils out of the center using the same denatured alcohol. It boils out of the center and sucks air in through those holes, and that's how it's like a draft. You can control the draft on how fast or how much air goes in as to how well it burns, or how hot it burns, I should say, so you can control your heat. So we're gonna set this, leave this on here, and see how fast we can get it to a rolling boil. It's got a nice good old tunnel of flame on there right now, and it's definitely not going to make my nesting cup any blacker. So I think it's about as black as it can get, at least on the outside. So we're going to see how we do. We're at just coming up on 1 minute and 45 seconds. Yeah, I seen that stove in the box with my some of my camping supplies, my wet bags and stuff, or dry bags, whatever you want to call them. And I said, I didn't even do that stove. So I figured, you know, if I do the other two, I might as well put this one on the video, and you know, you got 3 to compare. So, but I don't think it's going to beat my monster stove. I really don't think so. We're up over 2 minutes now, and well, no, I can see some little squigglies going on down in there. Usually when them little squiggly lines start showing up down there in the bottom of the water, it's starting to get hot. Yeah, you really can't see them on the camera, but you can see the bubbles down there forming. So we're coming up on 3 minutes. So boy, it's got to hurry up if it's going to beat the monster can. It's got to hurry up. I don't think it's going to do it, but it still might beat the Trangia. It really still might. Okay, we're just hitting 3 minutes. Just hitting 3 minutes. Now I can see little bubbles coming up in there, here and there. Okay. See the little bubbles coming up? Oh yeah, you can see them. Ain't boiling yet. 1 more minute to tie the monster stove. Gonna keep watching here. They said it's got like a nice little tower of flame down there. Let's try to get this down low so you can see. Nice little tower of flame down there. Nice blue flame flicking around the bottom. So I imagine the ceiling fan's affecting it a little bit too, but I had the ceiling fan on when I did the Trangia and the monster stove, so yeah, we're not gonna beat the monster stove. We're not gonna. We're just crossed over 4 minutes. So the monster stove had it in 4.5. I can see steam though. It's getting hot. And yeah, like I said, that's just, you know, it's tin, sheet metal, sheet steel, real thin stuff. We have like a hole punch for punching hole in light metals at work, and that's what I used to punch the hole in the handle, so I could put that carabiner on there to hold it, so I don't lose the little snuffer cover. So, well, no, we didn't beat the monster can stove. That's still the winner. But we're gonna see what comes in second, this or the Trangia. So, boy, it's sure starting to steam pretty good. I think we might beat the Trangia because I still got 2.5 minutes yet to come to a rolling boil, so it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. 5 minutes. Starting to bubble pretty good in there. Nice flame. Woohoo, don't burn my hand, don't get it all hot. Alrighty, 5.5. Got 2 minutes to beat the Trangia. And yeah, it's gonna be real close. It's gonna be real close. They're about the same probably. Probably both gonna be just about the same. I mean, that doesn't say how the efficiency is though of these 3 stoves. I'll have to maybe do this test again with a specified measured amount in each one that I know will boil the water, and then measure what's left over to see how far the efficiency of the 3 is. Maybe I'll have to give that a try next. Now it's going to be real close. It's 6:15. And it ain't to a roll and boil yet. The Trangia might come in second. It might. I think it's just, because of the blossoms. On this I've got, just one tower of flame. And on the other 2 stoves there I've got, I've got a nice blossom that comes out around and disperses the flame more evenly, I think, probably. But it's gonna be close. Starting to get bubbles in there pretty good. But I don't think it's close enough to a roll and boil to do it in 30 seconds. Don't think it's close enough. And I've got the little vents all the way open so it can burn as fast as it possibly can. And now we're not gonna make it. We're just not gonna make it. There's 7 minutes 15 seconds. I think it's probably going to be about 8 or 8.5 minutes because it's getting really close now, but just but it's still, that little stove is nice, and with the hole in the handle and the little snuffer top that you use to put it out, that little carabiner on there, I can just clip it on a D-ring on my backpack or something, and I don't even have to pack it away inside. It can just hang on the outside and be my bear bell. Dingle along down the trail to keep the bears away. Boy, that's going to be up closer probably to 10 minutes. We're up over 8 minutes now, so gotta let it finish. Gotta let it finish and see when it boils. Still burning nicely. But yeah, it just doesn't burn like the ones with the little bloom around the outside. This and the Trangia, it just doesn't cook like those. But still, it's another stove, I mean, I can take one of those stoves, and a friend can take this stove, and he can cook his meal while I cook mine. So, but yeah, we're up on 9 minutes. So it's just starting to get to a boil, a slow boil. So yeah, it definitely comes in last. But I think I think this stove was more designed for keeping things warm rather than boiling water. Trangia stove and the Monster Can stove are designed for for cooking, for fast cooking, and I think this stove here is designed for like keeping oil hot enough to cook with, or cook like a hot pot or whatever. So, but yeah, I'm gonna stop it at 10 minutes. We're 9 minutes and 43 seconds, and yeah, I just don't think it's gonna do it. So we're gonna stop this and add it to the other video. But it was a nice little test. Wanted to see what it would do. So we're gonna, like I said, it's got that little snuffer. You can snuff it out, and then you can pour the oil or pour the alcohol back into your container after it cools down. So
Alrighty, well that's for that. We give it a test and seen that it comes in last, but hey, it's still a stove, so I'll keep it around somewhere. Thanks for watching.